Today on Forbes, Intel worked with Chinese firms sanctioned for enabling human rights abuses. Last Friday, President Donald Trump announced that the U.S. government would take a 10% stake in the hardware manufacturer, Intel, involving the government in the private tech industry in a new, unprecedented way. Now Forbes has learned that Intel has little-known partnerships with multiple Chinese surveillance firms, including Uniview, which landed on a U.S. sanctions list last year, quote, because it enables human rights violations, including high-technology surveillance targeted at the general population, Uyghurs, and members of other ethnic and religious minority groups. Uniview has asked the U.S. to reconsider the sanctions. Intel's Chinese language site also includes documents referencing partnerships with Hikvision, a major surveillance camera manufacturer that has been hit with a barrage of sanctions in the last 5 years, and CloudWalk, a facial recognition company which was sanctioned in 2021. Both companies have been accused by the U.S. government of allegedly enabling human rights abuses through surveillance of Uyghurs. In promotional materials for its so-called Deep Eye smart camera on Intel's website, Hikvision enthusiastically describes its, quote, in-depth cooperation with Intel, and lists multiple ways Intel's tech is integrated into its surveillance technology. It says, quote, this kind of collaboration and cyclical innovation has enabled Hikvision to achieve gratifying results in promoting intelligent video surveillance. A note for our viewers and listeners, these quotes are machine translated. Intel also highlights the use of its Atom processor in CloudWalk's Julian smart cameras, which it says are focused on retail. In a statement to Forbes, Intel spokesperson Nancy Sanchez did not dispute the partnerships. She said, quote, Intel is committed to adhering to all relevant laws and regulations where we operate and upholding responsible business practices which guide our actions across our operations, products, and supply chain. As part of this, we adhere to internationally recognized frameworks such as the UN Guiding Principles, ILO conventions, and OECD guidelines. These guide our actions across our operations, products, and supply chain. Sanchez noted that, quote, most Intel products are general-purpose components distributed through third parties and cannot always be directed in their final use. But she said the company holds, quote, suppliers, customers, and distributors to the same responsible business standards. If we become aware of credible misuse, we act swiftly, restricting or halting business until we're confident our products are not enabling abuse. The company's website identifies Uniview as a, quote, titanium member partner, and promotes its, quote, video-connected all-in-one machine, which it describes as a security camera setup that uses Intel technology to facilitate, quote, image/object detection/recognition/classification, and, quote, video surveillance and analysis. The product's coverage area per the website is the Chinese mainland, Macau, and Hong Kong. The Intel website also touts Uniview's so-called, quote, smart city solution, which uses Intel smart cameras and vision processors in its surveillance tech. Intel's site says Uniview's smart city solution is available in China, as well as most other markets around the world, including North America. It's unclear when Intel's partnership with Uniview began, but the Uniview brochure on Intel's website advertising Uniview's so-called all-in-one machine specified a release date of March 11, 2025. The Hikvision case study and CloudWalk partnership website are not dated. In 2020, reporting from the surveillance research group IPVM showed that Uniview had pioneered a, quote, ethnicity detection software that claimed to be able to detect people of Uyghur descent in its surveillance footage. Uniview didn't respond to comment requests from IPVM at the time. Along with Hikvision and Dahua, another sanctioned Chinese surveillance company, Uniview helped the Chinese government write standards for race-based surveillance in 2020. The company is a major supplier of surveillance software to the Chinese government and has direct partnerships with numerous police forces across China, including for so-called smart prison, smart police, and smart traffic applications. Uniview did not respond to a comment request. For full coverage and to see links to archives of the websites referenced in the story, check out Emily Baker White's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.